All right, guys, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure by now all of you have heard about the Meg The Stallion and Milagro verdict. But for those that don't know, because you've either been hiding under a rock or you just simply don't like Meg The Stallion like most of us because she's kind of annoying, so you tune her out, I'll go ahead and give you a brief update. So Meg sues Tory. Meg wins. Tory's in jail for 10 years. A lot of people don't really take her side from the beginning to the end because it was proven that she was a compulsive liar. And because it was never really proven how Tory shot her. But Tory not taking the stand, I feel like was the most detrimental thing to this case and ultimately why he was found guilty. So after the case, I'm just going to be honest. It looked like majority of the people, from celebrities to regular people to fans, were on Tory's side. There's just something about Meg that we did not believe, we did not trust. And again, who's going to believe something without any proof? You had people from your favorite celebrities like Drake to your favorite bloggers all saying, we don't believe this girl. But at the end of the day, the jury found Tory guilty and now he is serving 10 years, which a lot of us still don't seem to be fair since there's no proof that he actually shot her. Now, like I said, not only were a majority of people not believing Meg and honestly feeling bad for Tory, majority of the media that covered this also were not covering this in Meg's favor, and she just could not handle that. It was one of those things where it's like, girl, you won. At the end of the day, you won. Justice was served to you. This person's going to be in jail for 10 years. So whether people believe you or don't believe you, why do you even still care? And although Meg tried to come for everybody that had something negative to say about her or just didn't believe her or side with her, there was one journalist that got it the worst, and that was Milagro. So from the get-go, Milagro was reporting on this, and she was never really on Meg's side. And honestly, she had somewhat of a relationship with Tory. But beyond that, I honestly just feel like Milagro, like the rest of us, simply just did not believe Meg The Stallion. Nothing really added up, and we didn't understand how someone could get locked up for 10 years with no proof that they actually shot someone. Now, I personally like to play devil's advocate, or I like to be biased unless it's just cut and clear. But obviously, that's not how I was with this case. Now, like most, I waited to the end of the trial to form my conclusion, but after the verdict, majority of the people felt like something was off, and the 10 years just did not seem to warrant the crime that had not even been proven. Now, what Meg wanted from this case was sympathy. Sympathy from the whole world. She wanted everyone to feel sorry for her and the people that didn't believe her to apologize and be so upset with Tory, and that's just not what happened. When you're on stand, they're not just judging the case, they're also judging your character. And from the moment she has stepped on the scene, she has shown us nothing but character flaws and who she really is time and time again. And I like to give all people the grace to change, but if you won a case and put someone in jail for 10 years, you're still out, you have your successful career, you're dating, why are you still worried about if people believe you or don't believe you? He was found guilty. You won the case. It does not matter anymore, girl. Now, the only thing I can say Milagro was in the wrong about was that she liked or retweeted some fake corn that was posted of Meg The Stallion. If you post anything that is nude, explicit, and especially fake of someone, I do feel like they have the right to either sue or go at you for that. But even with that, it was fake. It wasn't a repost, it was a like. And why aren't you going at the person that actually created it, Meg? Probably because this was another bully tactic to try to end someone's career, but instead, you gave more light to Milagro than anything. You shined more light on her than anyone or anything she had ever posted. And not even that. You and Milagro both have to ask yourself, was the risk worth the reward? You wanted 4 to 10 million, I heard. You got 79 and then reduced down to like 59,000. So Megan, was the risk worth the reward? Because I feel like Milagro is so liked by so many other people that Megan also tried to come at, that people are just going to pay that off for her. And now, although she already was, it has been proven that she is a part of media, baby. And you have made this girl way more famous than the case or Tory ever did. I'm seeing her on the news, carrying herself with grace. And now everyone is still saying, Meg, you took the L. You took this person to trial. You're only getting 59K. It wasn't even worth it. And we still do not like you. And not because of Tory. Not because of your music, because your music is pretty good and I like some of the songs. But we've all either had a friend or, for guys, a girlfriend that was like a Meg The Stallion. A rowdy party girl that liked to get drunk, liked to have a lot of cigs, always pointing the finger at everyone, although she is really the problem and the real aggressor. And it just gets to the point to where you do not even want to deal with her, no matter how pretty she is, no matter how good her music is, no matter how good she could cook, because she has proven over and over again that she's not a good person and does not have good character traits. So again, although she legally took a W in the court, again, she's taken an L. And Meg, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, because clearly you are delusional. You don't have real people in your corner, which I feel bad for, because you lost a friend with the Tory case. You don't have the close immediate family. So I do feel for her sometimes. But girl, stop listening to your fans and listen to the other side. Sometimes it is good to play devil's advocate even on yourself and look at things from the other side. You are not likable. You thought this was going to be your big 1 and 2 like Cardi B, but guess what? Cardi B is likable. Even if Cardi B was going to be in the wrong in that case, we were still going to take her side because we like her and we understand the case. She was getting picked on. There was no gray area. It was cut and clear, unlike your case. The best thing people like you and Drake can do when you take these public L's is to shut up, staffu, stop talking, make music, especially with Meg, because someone's in jail for 10 years. You have your freedom. You won the case. You're apparently happy with Klay Thompson. You have a good music career. You have all this money, body's tea. So why are you still worried about this damn case that you won? Because you are not happy. You're not a happy person. And no matter how you try to spin the narrative so you can be the victim and gain sympathy, we see through you and we see through the bullshit, and we always have. So again, Meg took a W, obviously in the courts, but only having to pay $59,000 when someone wanted millions, it was trying to ruin your career and take everything you had, is honestly a W for Milagro. Now that's the end of this video. Free Tory.